We will get down Resplendent Angel, and then next turn I will just equip the Dragonfire Blade to him. Of course, opponent might look to remove him right away. But if he doesn't, then I will be really happy. Oh, and he goes with a Preacher of the Schism. Yeah, so for sure we are equipping the Dragonfire Blade right now. You cannot remove this guy. And yeah, we're just going to start putting some pressure on. Even have a Sheltered by Ghost next turn as well. So then we will actually be gaining 5 life each turn. So then we will be able to create the 4/4 Angel token. So it might be just our Resplendent Angel soloing everything right now. And we find another land, so we'll go ahead and name Angel, and we will get down Lyra. Now our Resplendent Angel gets +1 and has lifelink, so look at me. I am the life gain deck now, as they say. And does he have another Sheltered by Ghosts? Basically in the top 10 cards. Can you believe it, guys? And he takes the Resplendent Angel. That is kind of wild. I mean, it costs 4 to target him now. That is really unfortunate. We might save up for that. We will definitely go ahead and attack. Punch you for 5 more damage. We will put a counter on this guy and draw a card. So yeah, normally this mono white life gain deck that just tries and goes really aggressive, they are just spinning their wheels right now. Hey there neighbor, welcome to another MTG Arena Standard video. Today we are playing with mono white angels. Edge of Eternities brought some really good angels actually. So the first one, and one of the ones I'm most excited to play, is the Exalted Sunborn for 5 mana. This angel has flying and lifelink, and if one or more tokens would be created under our control, you get to create twice that many tokens instead. So kind of like a mini Elspeth Stormslayer. You can also warp this creature out for 2 mana. I don't really know how many tokens we'll be creating. The lifelink is of course really nice. She has 4 power, so she would gain 4 life. I guess the only token we would create is with Resplendent Angel. We do need to gain 5 or more life in a turn for it to create the Angel token, and if we create the Angel token with Exalted Sunborn on the battlefield, we would create 2 of them, which would be really nice, of course. Another Angel we're looking at is the Starfield Shepherd for 5 mana, has flying. This is a 3/2. When this creature enters, you get to look for a basic plains or a creature with mana value 1 or less and put it in your hand. Can also choose to warp this creature out for just 2 mana. So if you just keep a 2-lander and you have this one in your hand, you can warp it out, find the plains, guarantee that you hit your 3rd land drop. But we are also playing another angel for just 1 mana actually, so you can find the Lightstall Inquisitor. This is also an angel wizard, has vigilance. It doesn't have flying, even though it is an angel, so that's a little bit strange. And this is a 2/1. When this creature enters, each opponent exiles a card from their hand, and they can play that card for as long as it's in exile, but it will cost 1 generic mana more to cast it. And if they exile a land this way, that land will come in tapped. So this is a really nice way to just kind of slowly tax the opponent, and you can do it quite early. So I really like Lightstall Inquisitor as well. So those are the 3 new angels from the new Edge of Eternity set. We're also trying out Haliya, Guided by Light for 3 mana, legendary creature. She's a human soldier, so not an angel, but whenever Haliya or another creature we control enters, we gain 1 life, and at our end step, we get to draw a card if we have gained 3 or more life this turn. We can also warp her out for just 1 mana as well. So those are the 3 new angels we're looking at. Since we are going with angels, we're going with some of the best ones in Standard right now. Giada, Font of Hope, is definitely the best angel in Standard. 2 mana, she comes in, she has flying and vigilance. You can tap her to add 1 white mana, use this mana to cast only angel spells, but that's basically everything in our deck, so that's quite nice. And then the really nice thing about Giada, every angel that enters after her comes in with a +1 counter if it's the first creature that entered. If it's the second creature, it will enter with 2 +1 counters. If it's the 3rd angel that enters, it enters with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. So it's actually not crazy. If we do have a Giada on the board, we probably have another creature as well, because Giada's on turn 2, so we probably have a turn 3 or turn 4 play. So if we do get up to Exalted Sunborn, it will probably be coming in with at least 2 extra counters on it as well, which is really nice. So then that would push it up to a 6/7. So yeah, Giada, definitely MVP of the deck. Maybe should go up 4 copies of her, but she is legendary, so the legend rule does apply. You can only have 1 of her on the battlefield at a time. We're also playing Youthful Valkyrie for 2 mana. This angel enters, and whenever an angel enters after this one, we get to put a counter on the Youthful Valkyrie, so this creature can also grow pretty quickly as well. We are playing the Inspiring Overseer for 3 mana. You get a 2/1 flying creature, you gain 1 life and draw a card, which is pretty nice. We're going with Resplendent Angel, another really, really good angel in the deck. I think we might need a little bit more life gain if you want to trigger his ability, where if we gain 5 or more life in a turn, we get to create a angel token that is a 4/4. But yeah, we can also spend 6 mana to give this creature +2 and lifelink until the end of the turn, so that could be a way that we could gain 5 life in a turn, but again, it's not guaranteed. And then another angel that we're looking at is Exemplar of Light for 4 mana. This is a 3/3 flying angel, and whenever we gain life, we get to put a counter on this guy, and whenever we put a counter on this guy, or girl, angel, we get to draw a card. This ability does only trigger once per turn, but still some nice card draw right there. And then we are also playing Lyra Dawnbringer for 5 mana. She is a 5/5 flying angel with flying, first strike, and lifelink. And other angels all get +1/+1, and they also have lifelink as well, so a really nice angel there. And then finally, we are playing a few copies of Herald of Eternal Dawn for 7 mana. This is a 6/6 with flying, and it says we cannot lose the game and the opponents cannot win the game. So this could be a sneaky creature that might be able to maybe win us 1 or 2 games. She is quite expensive, though. I don't know if cutting 2 copies of her would be better, putting it in maybe like a Youthful Valkyrie and a Resplendent Angel. That might be the case. Maybe even another Exalted Sunborn, but I'm going to try her out. I do like this angel a lot. So yeah, that's our whole angel package. We are playing Sheltered by Ghosts. That is our only little tiny bit of removal in the deck, just because we're trying to go wider and bigger than the opponent, so we don't really care about removal too much. And then we are playing Authority of the Consuls. Opponent's creatures come in tapped, and we gain 1 life. Case of the Uneaten Feast, whenever we gain life, whenever we cast a creature, we gain 1 life. And then finally, Dragonfire Blade for 1 mana. We can cast this equipment, and then it costs 4 mana to equip it, but this ability costs 1 less to cast for each color that the creature it targets. All of our creatures are just mono white, so the equip cost is 3, so a little bit on the steeper side, but the equipped creature gets +2/+2, and they have hexproof from monocolored, which is just so nice, because there are really not many multicolored removal spells that I can think of. I can think of Lightning Helix, that deals 3 damage to a target, and I mean, this Dragonfire Blade gives all of our creatures +2/+2, so I think literally the only creature it would kill would be Lightstall Inquisitor, because Lightning Helix is a multicolored spell, and there is this Soul Tie enchantment that when it enters, you can destroy a target creature as well. So, but other than that, like, Shoot the Sheriff, such a popular removal card right now. Depressurize from the new set, that's also mono black. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is so much of the removal spells also in mono blue. There's a lot of bounce spells, return target creature to their opponent's hand. This just saves us from all of them, and it gives our creatures +2/+2 on top of that. So I really like Dragonfire Blade, and I hope it can put in some work. But yeah, that's the deck. It's really simple. It's just an angel tribal deck. Let's jump into some games, see how the deck does. All right, guys, opponent goes first. It's unfortunate, but we have an amazing hand right here. Lightstall Inquisitor on turn 1. Giada. You know what? Let's go Case of the Uneaten Feast. I guess maybe Lightstall Inquisitor would have been better, but we can actually get him down next turn with Giada. Oh, opponent's trying to mill us out. No. They might be too aggressive for us. We'll go with Angel. We'll go Giada. And then we have a land, yeah. So we can get down Resplendent Angel and the Lightstall Inquisitor. So what we'll do is we will attack with Giada. That's what we'll do first. Opponent doesn't want to remove him. We'll tap Giada to add 1 white mana, so we can get down the Lightstall Inquisitor. They could also just have a board wipe next turn as well. I think we're going to risk it, though. We're going to make them have it. So we can get down Resplendent Angel. They can't counter this spell. Gain some life. Only gain 2 life that turn. An opponent is going to mill us. Hey, we choose to mill himself as well. That's interesting. That is a tapped land. We drew our own land, which is really nice. And do we get down Exemplar of Light just to draw some cards? I think we attack first, see what the opponent does. They're down to 9. Do we just get down a Sheltered by Ghosts? I think we do. I think we do. Make them have a counter spell. They don't. So make them have a board wipe. I guess we could have maybe played the Sheltered by Ghosts before attack steps, because then we would have gained 6 life. Ooh, they do have an Aetherize. Return all attacking creatures to their opponent's hand. That does cost 4 mana. So we will actually warp this one in, so we can find a creature with mana value 1 or less, or a plains. We're just going to get the Lightstall Inquisitor. And then, I mean, if the opponent does have a board wipe, I definitely don't want to overcommit to the board right now. And they are dead, actually, so they need a removal. Is it Beyond the Quiet for 5 mana? It's not. So we could get 2 cards out of their hand. I have a feeling they have Aetherize, though, which is return all attacking creatures. So I think we'll go with Exemplar of Light. That actually is all of our mana. We drew a land, which is nice, and I will actually get down 1 Lightstall Inquisitor just to tax them a little bit. Just to tax them a little tiny bit. And it's the space-time anomaly. And we will attack with this Lightstall Inquisitor, just because the opponent did show us Aetherize. They could gain 3 life, actually. So yeah, I played an Esper Mill deck. They're not splashing in any black to play Space-Time Anomaly, and I think it would be better in a more dedicated life gain deck, and that's what this opponent's going with. So let's see if they have a mass board wipe. They don't. Part of me really actually wants to just blow up the Restless Anchorage just so they can't do anything right now. But then they will have quite a bit of mana to work with. So we will... Yeah, we'll attack with this Lightstall Inquisitor. He has to play the Aetherize if he has it, which he does. And then now we can actually blow up this land right here. Could have actually tapped it to add some mana, and then the land that he finds will come in untapped. We will also take action. And then I think we just hold for right now. We really don't need to overcommit. Opponent needs a board wipe, which he does not have. So again, we will just attack with this creature right here. Make him have the Aetherize. Destroy target creature. You gain 3 life. So let's actually, we're just going to tax his last 2 cards actually, because we will get both Lightstall Inquisitors down. Another Radiant Strike. So that now costs 5 mana, I believe. And it was an Aetherize, also now costing 5 mana. So we could get down Resplendent Angel, but no. Maybe we should have. Opponent does nothing. I definitely don't want to attack with that one. So we will just attack with these 2. He does go all tapped out with Aetherize. And we can play a Lightstall Inquisitor. Is that his third one? Yeah, that's 3. So I think we'll be able to get the opponent. I think I will play a Resplendent Angel. This comes in as a 7/7. And I mean, I am really scared of a mass board wipe, so I'm definitely not going to pull the trigger on casting these creatures. I think if the opponent had a board wipe, he would have definitely ripped it. If he found his last Aetherize, then this guy is a legend. But we will just attack with these 2. Should have maybe actually attacked with another one, because he will just gain 6 life right now. Yeah. Can we give another? This creature. Okay. That's fine. So opponent is down to 5, and we will just tax this last card in their hand. It was just an authority. Again, we'll just hold. Hope he doesn't find his mass board wipe. But yeah, I think if he had it, he would have played it. Yes, and the opponent did not have it. Yeah, so there the Lightstall Inquisitors came in pretty clutch. I think it was nice that one turn. Where did his Aetherizes go? I don't know where his Aetherizes went. That one turn where he showed us that he had Aetherize, that just told me that he probably has another 1 or 2 of them in his hand. So that's why I just didn't want to swing in with everyone. And yeah, our Angels got it done. We can see Giada just giving everyone +1/+1. And like I said, we were playing a little bit slow just because I was worried about Aetherize, having all these creatures bounced back to our hand. That would reset us, but I mean, at this point, 7 mana, we could actually more or less play all of these creatures out as well. So should have maybe attacked a bit more aggressively. But anyways, GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. I will keep this hand, even though we don't have any real turn 2 Angels that we can play. But we can get Resplendent Angel down on turn 3. We will go ahead and name Angel. This is a mill deck, most likely, so we have to go pretty quickly. Create a map token and another type of millage land. We will get down Resplendent Angel, and then next turn I will just equip the Dragonfire Blade to him. Of course, opponent might look to remove him right away. But if he doesn't, then I will be really happy. Oh, and he goes with a Preacher of the Schism. Yeah, so for sure we are equipping the Dragonfire Blade right now. You cannot remove this guy. And yeah, we're just going to start putting some pressure on. Even have a Sheltered by Ghost next turn as well. So then we will actually be gaining 5 life each turn. So then we will be able to create the 4/4 Angel tokens. So it might be just our Resplendent Angel soloing everything right now. Hopefully we can find a land as well, because then we could go Lightstall Inquisitor, just in case he has any sacrifice edicts. Any type of sacrifice edicts during Curiosity. So that's what we're taking with Sheltered by Ghost. That allows him to just draw too many cards. And we do find a land, so let's go ahead and tax you. It is tax season. Oh, I guess we could have gotten down Inspiring Overseer, because we would have still had 1 mana left over for Sheltered by Ghost, but that's fine. You're going to have a land come in tapped, would probably be my guess, and I just really hope this guy isn't playing Deadly Cover-Up, because we are safe from targeted kill spells. It is a land. That one was always going to come in tapped anyway, but yeah, here comes Sheltered by Ghosts. We're going to take your card draw engine away. And, I mean, we're gaining 6 life each turn and creating a 4/4 Angel. So, good luck, Busted Mimikyu. And, yeah, now any sacrifice effects also really, really nice as well, because we will just always have a token to get rid of. And we can get down our Exemplar of Light. Every time we gain life, we put a +1 counter on him and draw a card. So this is our card draw engine. And yeah, he's looking at the Resplendent Angel. He's like, why can't I target this one? Well, first of all, he does have Ward 2, so you don't have 2 mana. But Yeah, your mono-colored kill spells. Guys, I love Dragonfire Blade. If you are just so tired of having your creatures die, if you're playing a creature-heavy deck, just 1 or 2 copies of Dragonfire Blade, I promise you, you guys will like this card. And yeah, you see right there, I'm pretty sure that is what saved us. I don't think this guy is playing Deadly Cover-Up because they try and get a pretty wide board as well. Yeah, they just really rely on their kill spells. It could also be bounce spells. They could have the Flood Pit Drowner to, you know, put stun counters on our creatures. Dragonfire Blade, low-key secret MVP of the deck. GG. All right, we got to go first. I will keep this hand. Got a double Lightstall Inquisitor. Just need to hope we hit some land drops along the way. Opponent. I mean, they have a Jace Avatar. Of course, doesn't really ever mean anything. But we shall see. What are you exiling? Rune Keeper or Rune Lurker Bat. So maybe a mono-white life gain deck. Yeah, it is mono-white life gain. Dragonfire Blade, also a really nice draw. If this guy is playing any bit of removal, like Get Lost or something like that, then we will be, you know, protected from it. Of course, a mass board wipe would still get rid of some of our creatures. Healer's Pigeon. So yeah, we really need to find a land next turn. And we will start attacking. He does choose to take the trade. That's kind of crazy because I think that little rabbit better for his deck than my Lightstall Inquisitor is for my deck. And yeah, can we please draw a land? That would be very nice game. I know I kept a 2-lander and that is risky. It's a big risk. Plays out the Healer's Pigeon. We do find a land, which is amazing. So we can get down the Resplendent Angel. And again, I will just attack with the Lightstall Inquisitor. And next turn, we will be equipping the Dragonfire Blade to our Resplendent Angel. And yeah, taxing the opponent with those Lightstall Inquisitors was really, really nice. Opponent's thinking about it. Does he take the trade? It looks like it. So again, I'm fine with that because I know for sure he's playing Essence Channeler, Ajani, Aerith, I believe as well. Every time you gain life, you get to put counters on them. And now when those creatures aren't on the board, they actually can't gain any life. So I really like the position I'm in. We'll go ahead and name Angel, and I for sure will be equipping this Dragonfire Blade and attack for 5. We have protection from monocolored. You're playing mono white. I mean, you could be playing a board wipe with Raise the Past, but I don't think so. I think you're focused on your creatures, maybe with a Get Lost or a Sheltered by Ghosts. Can't believe he actually has it to take our Dragonfire Blade. Kind of wild, but hey, at least our creature is still on the battlefield. And we find another land, so we'll go ahead and name Angel, and we will get down Lyra. Now our Resplendent Angel gets +1 and has lifelink, so look at me. I am the life gain deck now, as they say. And does he have another Sheltered by Ghosts? Basically in the top 10 cards. Can you believe it, guys? And he takes the Resplendent Angel. That is kind of wild. I mean, it costs 4 to target him now. That is really unfortunate. We might save up for that. We will definitely go ahead and attack. Punch you for 5 more damage. We will put a counter on this guy and draw a card. So yeah, normally this mono-white life gain deck that just tries and goes really aggressive, they are just spinning their wheels right now. And it's another Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay, thank you. All right, so we can pay the ward 4 now. Go ahead, take the Rune Lurker Bat. And then he'll have no flyers in the air. He's right down to 10, so I mean, both these guys have lifelink. We will put on Exemplar of Light. If he does remove our Lyra, then at least our Exemplar of Light will have the lifelink thanks to Sheltered by Ghosts. And I mean, yeah, this mono-white life gain deck, they didn't attack us once. They were just on defense, had their really cheap creatures taxed thanks to our Lightstall Inquisitors. And yeah, we just absolutely bounced them. GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. Oof. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of this hand. We're trying to play some angels here, so I guess we'll ship back a Haliya. And honestly, I want to get down Dragonfire Blade. Next turn, we can tax them for 2 with both of these Lightstall Inquisitors. I think that'll actually be really nice. We see blue, so we can name angels, so we actually can't get countered right now. This guy can, but he had no counter spell there. Go ahead and tax the opponent a little bit. Will it be a land that comes in tapped, or is it just another card that will cost 1 mana extra to play it out? It is a Cavern of Souls of their own, so that one's coming in tapped. And are you going to have another land come in tapped? This Lightstall Inquisitor being 1 mana is really nice. See a Season of Weaving. Choose 5. Ooh, Resplendent Angel is also really nice. I think with this one we will name Human, and then we can actually attach the Dragonfire Blade. Does the opponent have a bounce spell? There is a new one from the new set, no, and they're playing mono blue, so yeah, you might be in a little bit of trouble, buddy. Takes 6 damage right there. I think next turn we get out Resplendent Angel. Could also warp this one out for 2 and then actually play another Lightstall Inquisitor.
Stick close. I got this.
It's going to have Malcolm attack us, probably. Yeah, so you're losing Kaito.
Time to make our move.
Ooh, Youthful Valkyrie, also really nice draw. Yeah, I think we'll go with Youthful Valkyrie, just anytime we play a Angel again. The Youthful Valkyrie will start growing. We'll take their Kaito out. Planeswalkers can provide quite a bit of value. Homunculus. Sure, we will go ahead and take out your Malcolm. I don't think you realized that, so GG. And there we saw, yeah, just these Lightstall Inquisitors being 1 mana, so nice. Taxing their land, taxing their abilities, or their actual cards, and then Dragonfire Blade. I absolutely love this card. I should maybe include it in some more decks, yeah, just because protection from monocolored. I cannot think of a single removal spell right now. I guess Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix is more than 1 color, but I mean, this gives us +2, so I mean, this creature does technically die to Lightning Helix, but there's really not many multicolored removal spells. Of course, Mass Board Wipe still gets us, but anyways, GG. All right, guys, we get to go first. We have a really good hand, and on top of that, we're playing against the Smoopler. What a name. What a name. That is a really cool name. Oh, and is he the green landfall deck? Landfall triggers, that might be a little bit difficult for us to contend with. I think we get down Youthful Valkyrie, because she will start growing, and here is where just Giada is so nice. Attack in, we have Vigilance, tap her to add 1 white mana. It can play another Youthful Valkyrie. That one will come in with 2 counters. This Youthful Valkyrie grows, and we are just popping off. Don't have to worry about any kill spells. Here comes the Mossborn Hydra. No, it's just a summon Fenrir, so opponent looking to ramp a little bit more. But we have flying on everyone, so we are sitting so pretty right now. And we'll do it like this. Yeah, we will go ahead, cast Resplendent Angel, just to grow the Youthful Valkyries each, so they can attack in for 8 damage. And I think we got the opponent, and yeah, you guys can see just how aggressive this deck can be when it pops off, and of course when the opponent doesn't have much removal. I will say though, the green landfall deck, that is a pretty popular one, and they don't play much removal. Of course they can go pretty wide and pretty tall as well with their Chocobos and the Mossborn Hydra, but I mean, yeah, we just popped off so hard right now. That's a big no blocks from us. I don't know if you can pump that creature up, but yeah, we got them. Play the Exemplar of Light. It's going to come in with 4 counters on him. These Youthful Valkyries are going to grow, and I mean, yeah, that was a really quick game, Mr. Smoopler. I'm sorry about it, but yeah, GG. All right, guys, opponent goes first, but again, we have Giada in our opening hand, best angel in our deck. Ooh, Boros colors from the opponent. Interesting. Yeah, let's warp her out. Let's gain 1 life right now. Gain 1 life. Don't know when else we would be warping her out later in the game. Probably just playing her for 3 mana. Just to have her stick around on the battlefield. I have really been enjoying the warp mechanic. Ooh, opponent with a fear of missing out. So they might be a unideck. Yeah, we see an Overlord hit the graveyard. That is a little bit scary. Fear of missing out. FOMO can attack through this turn. But next turn we have a double Youthful Valkyrie coming down, so that is quite nice. No blocks from us. And I was going to say, did the opponent miss a land drop? They didn't. Discard. Yeah, so they're going to have a Yuna come down on turn 5. Sheltered by Ghosts is pretty nice. Could think of getting one of those down. You know what? I think we'll do it. We'll get down a Youthful Valkyrie. And then... since our Youthful Valkyrie can just grow turn after turn, we'll put the Shelter by Ghost on them, and then I think we take Fear of Missing Out. It's 5 mana. Deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's fine. Yeah, we're going to take the Fear of Missing Out. And then next turn, we have another Youthful Valkyrie. Honestly, we might put the Sheltered by Ghosts on that Youthful Valkyrie as well. Okay, get lost. So we actually need to find the land, which we do. We'll go ahead and name Angel. And maybe now the plan is to put the Sheltered by Ghosts on this one, just so we have Ward 4, just so all of his targeted kill spells. I think he'll have a pretty hard time dealing with that. He is on a 3-turn clock right now. It's an Esper Origins. They do gain 2 life for that. And yeah, opponent just didn't have it. Yeah, so I think it was the correct play, just beefing this Youthful Valkyrie up with the other Sheltered by Ghosts. So now you see we have Ward 2, and that's 2 times. So they'd have to pay 4 mana just to target this creature. Get Lost, of course, costs 2 mana, so we need 6 mana total. If he reanimated Overlord, it probably takes all of his mana to do that, and then he would not be able to target us with the 4 damage. We would play Exemplar of Light next turn. That would grow both of these Youthful Valkyries, so this one would be up to a 6/6. This one would be a 2/4. And then we would attack with this Youthful Valkyrie. We would gain 6 life, get to put a counter on this Exemplar of Light, and draw a card as well. So, yeah, another really good game. GG. All right, guys, we go first. I will keep this hand, actually. We got a Authority on turn 1, Youthful Valkyrie on turn 2, and we can actually warp out the Exalted Sunborn. That will grow the Youthful Valkyrie. Mono black. Mono black discard. Well, hopefully they don't have too many kill spells then. I guess we could get Haliya out. Nah, I still think we warp out the Exalted Sunborn just to grow the Youthful Valkyrie. Opponent with a Deep Cavern Bat. Wow. Well, I think they take the Exalted Sunborn. Okay, I'm kind of surprised they didn't. We will go with Angel, and we will warp this one out. So this one's at least in the exile zone right now. So we will be able to play it whenever we get up to 5 mana, which who knows when that will happen, because we're probably losing this land right here. A Duress, that hits nothing. That you love to see. This one actually doesn't tap that any mana. Did they miss a land drop? They did. So here comes the Lightstall Inquisitor. Gonna go ahead and tax you a little bit more. We get to grow the Youthful Valkyrie. Yeah, you have no land, so one of your cards is getting taxed. It is the Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Smack the opponent for 3, and if we can find a land next turn, we do have Exalted Sunborn coming down. Even though I kind of hope we can find the Dragonfire Blade, because then our Youthful Valkyrie would stay alive. Not if they have a card like that, though, that can just force us to sacrifice something. We did find a land, so here comes Exalted Sunborn. Smack the opponent for 4. Is it another sacrifice? Opponent has been hitting their land drops now. That creature comes in tapped. That's fine. Is this the Seth Davis? Ooh, Resplendent Angel, also pretty nice, just because it can grow our Youthful Valkyrie. And then we do attack with both of these. Oh, we're gaining 4 life only. So close. So close to getting the Resplendent Angel, but not quite. Does he have a... No, it's just a Bloodletter. It does come in tap, though, thanks to Authority, so I think we got him. Yeah, their Authority of the Consuls coming in super clutch. Yeah, GG Seth Davis, but hey, I'm somewhat of a Magic champion myself as well. GG. Alright guys, opponent goes first, but I do like this hand. Can get the Lightstall Inquisitor on turn 1. Tax him a little bit. And then we can get Youthful Valkyrie. Greedy Freebooter now costs 2 mana. He goes for the Time Color. We will take a trade right there. Don't need to be taking excess damage when we don't have to. And yeah, now we just need to find some angels. Another Time Color. We can at least block favorably. Opponent is really aggressive, which is kind of annoying. But hey, we at least have a Sheltered by Ghosts coming down. Another Youthful Valkyrie. I think we actually prioritize getting this one down. And we can flash this one in just to gain 1 life. I really wish Haliya was an angel. That would be really busted. But yeah. Oh, an opponent gave it up. I don't know why. Guess they were running out of gas a little bit, and our field was starting to grow, so GG. Alright guys, opponent goes first, and a 2-lander is really risky, but I'm going to risk it. Alright, Giada is a really nice draw, but the opponent, I mean, mono black just has so much removal, and they just kill creature, kill creature, kill creature. Our deck does struggle quite a bit against that, which is unfortunate. Well, we do see red all of a sudden, so maybe they're not hardcore mono black. Oops, all removal. I think we'll get the Exemplar of Light down next turn if we can. Of course we can't, because they do just remove our creature. They can't play it. We'll go ahead and name Angel, and we will get down the Resplendent Angel. And next turn we will get down Exemplar of Light. Opponent did miss a land drop last turn. These oops all removal decks are really, really testing my patience right now, guys. It's kind of wild. Discard a card. Well, we'll get rid of this one. I still think we go with Exemplar of Light, just in case they do play a creature. Why did it tap Cavern of Souls? We could have warped this one in. Oh, because we needed all 4 mana. That's my bad. I really don't know how to play against decks like this, guys, where it's kill spell, kill spell, kill spell, discard, discard. It's so frustrating, and that was our only card draw as well. Pookie, you are pretty annoying. Draw a card. Youthful Valkyrie is pretty nice. We'll warp this one in just to gain some life. Guess gain 2 life right there. Or no, not gain 2 life. We only gained 1, but this guy let us gain some life as well. He doesn't attack, which is kind of crazy, and we will get down Youthful Valkyrie, and we will get down Haliya. So now we have quite a few creatures on board. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy is playing Deadly Cover-Up, and he's just waiting for his 5th land drop. He's hovering over our creatures, though. It is another kill spell. We do lose Youthful Valkyrie. That does suck. But hey, we can at least start attacking the opponent. And then Lyra next turn. Opponent is missing land drops. Yeah, I don't want them taking anything from our graveyard and being able to play that with Tiny Bones. Ooh, Exalted Sunborn is also really nice. I guess we get down Lyra first, though. Other angels have +1 and lifelink. Alright, I'm convinced this guy isn't actually playing the game. He's just trying to do one of his dailies of just killing, you know, kill 20 creatures or something like that. So, we'll just play this one out. We will play the land. I guess we could name human. Smack the opponent for 2. And I'm going to have to take some lands out because we have been drawing so many lands when we do not need them. So opponent is dead next turn, but they probably drew a removal spell. Yeah, I think they're looking to exile. Okay, no, it's just the Aquazats. It does come in tapped thanks to Authority of the Consuls. So thank you very much, Pookie. You were super frustrating to play against. It wasn't really a game of Magic, I would say, but GG. Hey there, neighbor, and welcome to the post-game wrap. Today, we looked at my take on the new Angel deck from Edge of Eternities. We got some really, really good Angels. Exalted Sunborn, 5 mana, has flying and lifelink. It is a 4/5, and if one or more tokens would be created under your control, you get to create twice that many instead. I don't think we really create too many tokens in this deck. Really, the only way we have of doing that is with Resplendent Angel, but in order to trigger Resplendent Angel, you need to gain 5 life in a turn, which is a pretty steep cost because we're not really focused on life gain. It is possible, but it's really not that easy. It's pretty convoluted to get all of it to work out. So that second part of the text, we don't really care about, but just flying and lifelink for a 4/5 body, that is pretty good because usually by turn 5, if you do get out Exalted Sunborn, I mean, really, hopefully you do have Giada, and Giada, best angel in the deck for sure. She is from an older set. She's not from the Edge of Eternity set, but Giada, each angel we control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel we already control. So hopefully you can get Giada on turn 2, and then maybe another angel on turn 3 or turn 4, and then Exalted Sunborn on turn 5. Then Exalted Sunborn is coming in with 2 extra counters. So then for 5 mana, you get a 6/7 flying lifelinking angel. That is really, really good. And you can also warp her out, the new mechanic from the new set. Warp, you can pay 2 mana and get this creature onto the battlefield. She will leave at the end of the turn that you warp her out, but that is a really, really nice way to trigger Youthful Valkyrie for 2 mana. This angel comes in, and whenever another angel we control enters, you get to put a +1 counter on the Youthful Valkyrie. So maybe you don't have a really good turn 3 play. Let's say turn 2 you get out Youthful Valkyrie, turn 3 you don't have anything, you can warp out Exalted Sunborn, put a counter on Youthful Valkyrie, and then later for 5 mana you can play Exalted Sunborn again. So you get 2 counters from 1 angel with the warp mechanic. So that's really, really nice. The other angel, sorry, it's not an angel, but the other creature we looked at is Haliya, Guided by Light for 3 mana. You can warp her in for just 1. She has the warp mechanic as well. You gain 1 life. And you can just play her out for 3 mana. You get a 3/3, and whenever another creature or artifact we control enters, we gain 1 life. And then at the beginning of our end step, if you gained 3 or more life in a turn, you get to draw a card. And again, we're not super focused on life gain, so I actually don't know how good Haliya actually is now in the Angel deck. Maybe you'd want to just cut 2 copies of her, and honestly maybe go up another copy of Exalted Sunborn and maybe another copy of Youthful Valkyrie. I think that actually would probably be better, so that's probably what I would do. But then the final angel that we looked at from the new set is this Lightstall Inquisitor for 1 mana. You get a 2/1 Vigilance creature, which is really good, and it just taxes the opponent a little tiny bit, which actually can disrupt them quite a bit depending on the deck it is. When this angel enters, the opponent has to exile a card from their hand. If it's a land card, they can play that land later on, but it will come into the battlefield tapped, and if they exile a spell from their hand, whether it be a creature, planeswalker, sorcery, or instant, They still can play that from exile. It just costs 1 more mana to cast it. So I have really liked Lightstall Inquisitor, just because that combos really well with actually the last angel from the new set, the Starfield Shepherd. For 5 mana, you get a flying 3/2 creature, which, yeah, that stats-wise isn't really good, but when this creature enters, you can search your library either for a basic plains or a creature with mana value 1 or less. So I think nearly every single time with the Starfield Shepherd, and she also has the warp mechanic, so you can warp her out for 2 mana. If you really need to hit a land drop for turn 3 and you don't have any lands in your hand, of course you get a plains, but let's say you have a few extra lands in your hand, then you can get the Lightstall Inquisitor, and then again she goes to the warp zone. You can play her out for 5 mana later on as well, and again find another plains or a creature with mana value 1 or less. So I think nearly every time with Starfield Shepherd, of course, maybe a few exceptions we did find lands, but I think most of the time we were just looking for the Lightstall Inquisitor, because that little bit of tax does slow down the opponent quite a bit. And again, the warp mechanic, that can help grow your Youthful Valkyrie as well. So this angel package worked really, really well. And then honestly, another card that I absolutely love in this deck is Dragonfire Blade. For 1 mana, this artifact equipment comes down, and then you have to equip it for 4, but it does cost 1 less for each color of our creatures. All of our creatures are mono white because we're mono white, so the equip cost is only 3, which is it is a little bit steep, but it's not the worst. And the thing that I just love about Dragonfire Blade, equipped creature gets +2/+2, and they have hexproof from monocolored. Yeah, just from monocolored. So anything that is a single color from the opponent, whether it be Shoot the Sheriff, which is the most popular removal card in Standard right now. Nowhere to Run is another really popular enchantment that they can flash in. Depressurize from the new set that gives your creature like -3, -0, and if their power is down to 0, then they actually kill the creature. Stab, Lightning Strike, the 2 mana red spell that does 3 damage. You are safe from all those things, and nearly every single removal spell in Standard right now is just a monocolored. In mono white, we're not playing it in our deck, but Get Lost, another premium removal card right now. And if you have Dragonfire Blade equipped to your creature, they just cannot target your creature. I think we just saw it in this very last game we played against. I'm not sure if they were purely mono black, maybe they were Orzhov, but we got Resplendent Angel. We got Dragonfire Blade on turn 1, Resplendent Angel on turn 3, and then the next turn we actually equipped the Dragonfire Blade to our Resplendent Angel. So he goes from a 3/3 up to a 5/5 Flying Angel, and then we actually had a Sheltered by Ghosts as well. That gives our creature an additional +1. We were able to exile a creature of theirs, and now our Resplendent Angel has lifelink, so now every turn we're attacking, we are gaining 6 life, and that is the way that you can actually trigger the Resplendent Angel. So every turn we would be creating a 4/4 flying vigilance angel token. So Resplendent Angel, I think, really could have soloed that deck. Of course, Dragonfire Blade does not give you protection from board wipe, so Day of Judgment or Deadly Cover-Up. Beyond the Quiet, I think the new Exiling card from the new set, that still will remove all your creatures, but again, they will also have to destroy their creatures as well. So yeah, that was kind of the deck, playing just a few other random cards as well. Exemplar of Light, another really good angel for 4 mana. Whenever you gain life, you put a +1 counter on this angel and you draw a card. Inspiring Overseer for 3 mana. When this angel enters, you gain 1 life and draw a card, which is pretty nice. Authority of the Consuls, really nice at slowing down the opponent and just having their creatures come in tapped. Case of the Uneaten Feast, whenever we play a creature, we gain 1 life. Honestly, yeah, like I said, we're not super focused on life gain, so you could probably cut 2 copies of Uneaten Feast and 2 copies of Haliya, then you have 4 extra cards to work with. Probably go up a copy of Youthful Valkyrie. Honestly, maybe another copy of Lightstall Inquisitor, maybe another copy of Inspiring Overseer, and another copy of Exemplar of Light, or the Exalted Sunborn, and I think you'll be doing so much better. The one angel, if you guys look at the deck intro, we had the Herald of Eternal Dawn for 7 mana. That angel says we cannot lose the game and the opponent cannot win the game. I just think that in every single game we played, we have never made it up to 7 mana. Because usually by then we'll just have so many angels, and of course all of them have flying, so we can usually go over the top of the opponent, so we can finish them out that way. or the opponent will usually have finished us off by turn 7. And of course, Herald of Eternal Dawn, even if we equip Dragonfire Blade to her, which would give her protection from monocolored, if they still have a board wipe, which if you're playing against a controlled deck, that is probably how you make it to turn 7 because they're playing a bit slower, slowing things down, then I still think they have enough ways to get rid of Herald of Eternal Dawn. So we cut that angel, and we went up 1 copy of Giada just because she is the best angel in the deck, and 1 copy of Sheltered by Ghosts because that is our only bit of removal in the deck. So I think 4 copies of these two, a lot better now. And then, like I said, probably get rid of these 4 cards, and yeah, you have 4 extra copies of things to work with. You could probably play around with that however you want, but like I said, probably a 4th copy of Lightstall Inquisitor, 3rd copy of Inspiring Overseer, a 4th copy of Exemplar of Light, and maybe a 3rd copy of Exalted Sunborn. And maybe another copy of Youthful Valkyrie as well. So that's 5 cards that you can play with a little bit, and I think that would make the deck a little bit better. But I have had so much fun playing this Angel deck. When it pops off, it really pops off, and you can really, really shut down some opponents with Dragonfire Blade. No one ever expects it. I'm sure no one's ever really seen it played against them. I'm really high on this card. It's low-key MVP of the deck. Of course, it's an Angel deck, and this is just an equipment card, but I love this card. I'll definitely include it in a few other decks. But yeah, I've been rambling long enough. If you guys made it this far in the video, please subscribe, hit me with a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. What are some of the new cards that you'd like to see me play, if there are any, or yeah, just any decks that you'd like to see me play. But yeah, I've been rambling long enough. Stay tuned for the bonus games. I'm going to end it like I always end it. I love you guys. Peace out.
Bonus game!